as more information for the third man and to shoot in the noir style, I've put another clip, a little workshop clip that you can choose to watch after this clip. What I'm going to come on to now is really to talk about the third man in terms of the different camera angles and what did the light really say about the shot. In terms of the noir tradition, the noir tradition starts from B-movies and the Pulp Fiction books of Dashiell Hammett from the 1920s, and noir films were shot very much for a B-movie audience, so this is a low-budget audience. We had limited lights, so often the light was different between the hard and soft lights because they didn't have much to play with. So it set that definition of that genre in working, and the genre really is often the femme fatale or the detective genre, but the noir style, you know, has been developed between that use of black and white. So we expect to see a certain light and tradition within a noir film, and within that iconography of the film, that's how that genre is decided. So, you know, light isn't just used to simply light a scene, it's used to define genres and tell stories. Okay, so if it was lit differently, would it be a noir film? You know, what sort of story would it tell and how would it be different? Okay, in the next clip, the presenter discusses hard and soft light, and these two styles of lighting we can use and two different light sources. The difference between hard and soft light could be to look at an afternoon out in Manchester. So if there's no clouds and there's direct sunlight, then this would be hard light. Or if I use lights coming from a direct source, as I am now, you'll see very much a hard light on the side of my face in terms of a reflection. Okay, if we were to shoot outdoors with cloud overhead, then this becomes a soft light because the light becomes more diffuse, and the light, you know, the clouds act as one big light. So the light comes from a number of different angles rather than from one source. If I was to turn this light down or put a diffuse gel over it or add another light and balance the lights out more, then this would be more soft light. You can see hard light mainly because you will see hard shadows. So, you know, hard detail, long shadows, or on someone's face, there might be a very hard shadow of their nose, and also there will be areas that are very bright and areas that are very dark. Okay, so behind me you can see it's dark, it's light there, and then dark on the other side. Again, there's not too much of a contrast, but if you start experimenting, you know, you can use these things to work for you, not only in terms of genre, but in terms of your storytelling, and also, you know, how the audience will respond to your shots. You know, hard light can be quite shocking, so you might use it for horror, whereas very soft light could be used for romance films where there's almost no idea of light. In terms of the modelling for the two, you know, soft light, if used too soft, can flatten out images. Okay, so it can make images look very flat, whereas hard light, you know, will give more modelling, but as I say, you know, can make images look very hard. So you need to balance the two. And again, in the second part of this cinematography lecture, we're going to talk about balancing lights out between a fill and a key light. So at the moment I've got one key light to my right. If I had a fill light on the left, then this would take some of the shadow away and just soften the shadows and give more of a natural look and natural feel. Okay then, so watch the next clip, get some tips, think about the use of hard and soft light, and again, uses the example of noir film, and think about how that genre uses those and how it's been defined.